All right. Response to the Free Coaching Friday question from last week. What's the biggest obstacle or challenge you're facing in your life right now? First challenge someone brought up was around relaxing. I can't relax. That's the biggest challenge in my life right now is I I'm not allowed to relax. I can't relax. This is a common one, especially for people who are achievers, people who are go-getters. They go out, they drive success, they find a lot of success, and they can never stop. They have to keep going. So, what is this? It's the ego running its equation. So, at some point in your life, you've developed this identity of having to be the person that is either always working or is busy or needs to achieve or needs to keep going. Uh, Perhaps earlier in life, you may found yourself being lazy or a burnout or someone who was a slacker, someone who wasn't really doing a lot. And at one point, you made this decision of that's not who I'm going to be, that's not who I am, and I'm going to be this person, right? Someone who achieves, someone who goes out and gets it done, someone who's burning the candle at both ends, and pushing and striving. And it worked for you, and you got praise, or you saw success manifest in your life in some way. And so now you're created this identity, your ego's created this identity of this is who you are. So you need to be in these situations where you keep doing that, because if you don't, then what? Well, then you're going to be a slacker, then you're going to be a burnout, then you're going to be dropping back, you're not going to be a productive member of society. All of these fears are coming up. That's kind of what's going on behind the scenes, or at kind of that subconscious level. Recognize this is just a belief you have right now, right? It's not a conscious belief, it's a subconscious belief. And there's probably a lot of evidence on the surface, like deadlines and people counting on you and all of these types of things that look like, well, if I don't, and if I don't get this done, I don't have enough time to get this done, then my life's going to start falling apart. And so I know it feels very real that I can't relax in this moment. But that's just a belief you have. You can totally relax. You're just choosing not to. And I don't mean to blame you for this, right? This isn't something that is like, just fix it, choose something different, because it doesn't feel like a choice. It feels like your hand is forced in this situation. So let's kind of unravel this. Two things I like to use, the 7 levels of why, but a little bit spin on this one. It's asking yourself, why this? Why can't I relax? Well, because I have a lot of deadlines. All right. Well, why do I have a lot of deadlines? Because I promised all these things that I'd get done to all these different people. Okay. Well, why is that important? Well, that's important because people are counting on me, and I'm a reliable person, and I need to, act on that, and I need to, meet my expectations of these other people. Okay. Well, why is it important for you to, meet these expectations? Well, because if I let them down, then they won't trust me. Why is it important that they trust you? You keep working yourself down till you get to a pretty deep layer of, it'll be something like, well, I won't be loved, or I'll be alone, or I won't be able to provide for my family, or whatever it is. But you get to this deep layer, and then what I pair with this is the question that Byron Katie posted or posed is it true? So now you make the connection. If I relax, people won't love me. So then you ask yourself, is that true? More often than not, it's not true. And you've created this whole identity and this whole idea and concept that you need to be a certain way in order to be loved, in order to be validated. And so you're just going to keep putting yourself in these situations where that tends to be the case. So the is it true, we'll start to unravel it. Taking the plunge and relaxing, actually doing it, even though it's scary, even though it's hard, even though you probably will spend the first, hour or so not being relaxed while you're relaxing. Uh, it's an important step to take, because you'll realize that the world didn't fall apart because you took some time off. All right. So start there and then see what happens. It should get easier. If it doesn't, let's talk again.